Good morning. Thank you for giving me these few moments. This is Fall Stewardship Weekend, and as I normally do every year, I preach at all Masses this weekend. It has been quite the year. When I stood in this pulpit last Stewardship Sunday, who could have guessed what we have been through these past 8 months? And of course, the saga of the pandemic is far from over, and it has impacted every aspect of our lives, including the life of our parish and its school. This morning, I would like to do 3 things. First, say a word of gratitude for your support of the parish over this past year. Second, to explain the financial challenges facing the parish in light of the pandemic. And third, to ask for your continued support as we move into the future. First of all, thank you. In spite of being closed for 3 months, when the doors of the church were locked and the sacraments were not celebrated publicly, we did fine financially. I want to thank you for the $1.2 million that was contributed to the offertory collections. That's $11,000 lower than the year before. I want to thank you for the $287,000 in unexpected donations and bequests. We were blessed with 2 large bequests this year and several large donations from donors. The lesson: don't forget your parish in your estate planning. But these unexpected revenues made a huge difference over this past year. Thank you for the $214,000 that you have thus far pledged to the Archdiocesan Appeal for Catholic Ministries. Thank you for the $21,000 that you put into the poor box, and for the additional $33,000 donated to charitable projects like our sister parish in Haiti and the Adopt a Family program. And finally, thank you for contributing $88,000 to the Historic Trust. You have my deepest thanks. Everything we do here at the Cathedral is a result and is rooted in your generosity. Thank you. On the expense side, I had to make some very difficult decisions as we moved into a shutdown mode. I eliminated 6 positions from the parish staff. The shutdown itself resulted in significant savings, especially in energy and in administrative cost. The result of the cut in payroll and savings from the shutdown is that we had a positive operating surplus of $355,000. But remember, the prior fiscal year, the parish experienced a very serious drop in income due to the abuse crisis. And so when I stood here before you last year at this time, I told you we were heading for some financial challenges, and we did in the prior year. We have many unpaid bills, but this year's surplus has allowed me to pay those past due bills. The offertory income this past year is still $130,000 lower than it was 2 years ago. So we still do have some road to make up. And we do have some debt. We have a $1.9 million debt from past capital projects that go back a number of years. And right now, the Historic Trust is burdening the repayment of that loan. We also owe the Archdiocese $400,000 in its assessment that it places on all parishes in order to support the operations and the ministry of the Archdiocese. All in all, it costs about $45,000 a week to operate the parish, excluding the school, just the parish. So the challenges that we have moving forward, first of all, is to pay our bills. Like you, we have to pay the water, the gas, the electric. We have to pay for the grass to be cut, the insurance premiums, as well as to meet our payroll obligations. One of my top priorities this year is to maintain our workforce. Further cuts in staff will significantly impact our programs and our ministries. Right now, the remaining staff is multitasking, doing many types of work. Even Father Kevin and I are taking our turns at the reception desk and answering phone calls. No doubt we will get through this pandemic. And when we do, I think we're going to have to work very hard to jumpstart the programs and the ministries of the parish. And we're going to have to work very hard in getting people back into the pews for Sunday Mass. And I will need the staff and the resources necessary to accomplish those very important tasks. So I need your financial support moving forward. This year I'm asking for 4 things. First of all, if you're not supporting the parish financially, please do so. People want us to be there for them when a need arises, and we want to be there for them. But we are a family, we are a community, and we have to be there for each other. I think there are far too many people who belong to the parish who are not financially supporting it, and I want to challenge them to please make a commitment to this family of faith to which you belong. Secondly, if you are contributing to the parish, please continue to do so. Do so at least at your current level of giving, and if possible, maybe make a bump up a little bit this year. Every little bit makes a difference. I always challenge parishioners to consider giving 1 hour salary a week to support of the ministry of their parish. That would make a huge difference if everyone made that commitment. The third thing I'm asking is to consider electronic giving. It has made a big difference over these past 6 months. There has been a significant increase in the number of parishioners using Faith Direct, and that electronic giving has been a significant factor in stabilizing the parish's finances. Our stewardship program this year is virtual, as are many things, since we cannot have any paper in the pews in order to minimize the risk of passing on the virus. By now, hopefully, you will have received a letter from me with the annual report, and on the bottom of that letter is an offertory renewal form. I ask you to please complete that form and return it to us. You will find this letter and the form on the web page, so you're also able to complete it electronically. But returning the form does several things. First of all, it gives us some sense of how successful our appeal is and who it is reaching this year, but it also helps us to keep our files updated, which is very important. This year has been unique, and we have some unique challenges facing us moving into the future. But make no doubt about it, this parish is making a difference in people's lives. Even our webcasting of Masses is reaching an amazing audience. We have heard from people from Australia, New Zealand, Canada, even Bahrain. Many snowbirds from Florida have regularly tuned into us and our webcast of Mass. And some people have humbly told us that they have returned to the faith because of what they have seen and heard from this cathedral. That's only possible because of your support. You are making a difference. We continue to care for the sick and the dying, and though we are doing it differently, we are continuing to prepare adults for reception into the church and to pass on our Catholic faith to our young. The poor and the marginalized are being fed and cared for because of your contributions and the care of other parishioners. And this parish will continue to work for justice, where the inherent dignity of every human person, from conception to natural death, is respected and honored. So please help the cathedral continue its noble tradition, a tradition 61 years young, of being a positive force in building the kingdom of God. Thank you.